This is your Week 10 NFL recap with Guys at the Bar Talking Sports.
What? Are you doing season 2 of that stupid show?
Honey, where are you going?
Where are you going?
Again? Just where are you going?
Where are you going? You're not going to the bar again, are you?
You like hanging out, drinking beer at the bar, talking sports? Come on out and join us weekly. Guys at the Bar Talking Sports, your podcast for just that. Hanging out, drinking some beer, talking sports. It's your boy, Hanger, looking for a beer. Actually, we're all looking for a beer, so if you want to buy the guys a beer, at Guys at the Bar Talking Sports on Venmo. That's it. Easy as drinking a beer. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Hanger, giving you that Week 10 NFL recap. All the exciting things that happened and the winning and losing of Week 10 in the NFL. And here we go. Thursday night always kicks off the first day of the week for any NFL weekend, and it ends on Monday. And on Thursday night, to kick off, Miami hosted the Ravens. Miami came in with a 2-7 record and were a clear underdog against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. But after the first half, it looked like the Miami defense was impenetrable, only giving up 3 points. Dolphins end up winning 22-10. Titans go to 8-2 and lead the AFC South after beating the Saints 23-21. Saints are now 5-4 and are second in the NFC South. Buffalo Bills are clearly the best team in New York, at least, after beating the Jets 45-17. The Bills lead the AFC East with a 6-3 record, but now they have the New England Patriots nipping on their heels at 6-4. The worst team in the NFL, yes, you know who they are. I've said it before, the Detroit Lions. They did not lose this weekend. They actually tied the Steelers, and that was a 16-16 tie. In a way that I didn't even know this, so I'll just give a little commentary for this season. The way that the overtime works, so the game went into overtime, and you have one 10-minute quarter, or period, I guess, and that's it. And if it's still tied at the end, in the regular season, if it's still tied in the end, then they'll go ahead and leave it as a tie. Now, in the postseason, there are no ties. So that's how the ties work in the NFL now. The Jaguars, who are almost the worst team in the NFL, were not able to beat the Colts this weekend. Colts are now 5-5 after winning 23-17. The Buccaneers get their second loss in a row and are now 6-3, but still on top of the NFC South, losing to the Washington football team this weekend 29-19. Tom Brady did have a tough game with 2 interceptions. That is not how you win, Tom Brady. But that's a guy, he gets serious after a couple losses in a row, and you'll see him come back next week, I'm sure, and just tear it up. Speaking of Tom Brady, his previous employer, the New England Patriots, after a slow start to the season, are getting some momentum going into the back half of the season, with Mac Jones now at the helm. They dominated the Cleveland Browns 45-7 this weekend. After a hard loss to the Broncos last week, the Cowboys came out to play and destroyed the Falcons 43-3. Dak Prescott, who is now back, threw for 296 yards. The Cowboys sit safely on top of the NFC East at 7-2. Many say the Cardinals are the best team in the NFL. I've heard a lot of people saying that, but not this weekend. The Cardinals fell to the Carolina Panthers 34-10. Carolina must have lit a fire under their butt with the return of Cam Newton, who did not get much action but ended up throwing for 1 touchdown and also ran for a touchdown. A great game played out in San Diego as the Chargers hosted the Vikings. Vikings wins 27-20. The Vikings sit at 4-5 and are second in the NFC North. The San Diego Chargers sit second in the AFC West. The Packers blew out the Seattle Seahawks in a great home game win, 17-0. Russell Wilson did throw 2 interceptions, and that, like Tom Brady found out, is not the way to win. Aaron Rodgers, back from COVID, threw for 292 yards and was looking sharp. The Broncos fell to 5-5 after a home loss to the Eagles. Jalen Hurts threw for 278 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eagles do win 30-13 against Denver Broncos. And finally, to wrap up the Sunday night football, you had the Chiefs playing the Raiders, and I must say Patrick Mahomes was looking like he is back in action. He threw for 406 yards and 5 touchdowns, just threw together a convincing victory against the Raiders, 41-14. And finally, in Monday Night Football, you had the 49ers versus the Rams. Rams fall to 7-3 after losing to the 49ers, 31-10. Matthew Stafford for the Rams threw 2 interceptions, which is not the way to win the game, as I said. Jimmy G over there for the 49ers was 15 for 19, 182 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Definitely an exciting game, of course, to watch. Rams do sit behind the Cardinals in the NFC West at 7-3, while the Cardinals are 8-2. And I do appreciate those that continue to listen to the show every single week. We do have those 3 shows, the college football recap, we do the NFL recap, and the Thursday night live show at MJ's Bar and Grill. Go ahead and tune in on Thursday for that show, and I appreciate you keep on coming back for more Guys at the Bar talking sports. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, how can I help these guys out? Well, first thing you can do, subscribe to the show. By subscribing to the show, you'll be able to hear it every single week on your favorite podcatcher. Second thing you do, if your podcatcher lets you do it, give it a review and 5 stars. I know Apple Podcasts will allow you to do that. So give it 5 stars and a review. And then the third thing you do is hop on Facebook, type in Guys at the Bar Talking Sports. You'll see our group there. Join it. You'll love it. Best sports group on Facebook, guaranteed. Lots of good stuff going on in there, so check it out. And then come back next week for Guys at the Bar Talking Sports.